right, collectors, thanks for joining me today. The first news episode of the new year. Hopefully many more to come. Hopefully we'll have a blast this year. We'll get so many new toys, new action figures, new vehicles. The wonderment abound of the, just so many. It's what a time to be a collector is all I gotta say. I mean, the things are just gonna get better from here. Imagination is just taken off with so many people producing items, independent companies, Hasbro producing stuff, Mattel, and then you've got your independents like Ramen Toys, Gridiron, Valaverse. Who can forget about? Man, I am struggling to find an excuse not to go to ZoloCon, but that the Black series and that figure exclusive is really tugging at me to go, because I really want to go get that exclusive from Valaverse. It looks fantastic. But yeah, lots of independent toy companies, lots of mom and pop third party stuff coming out. Some KO stuff from China. It's still pretty daggone good. I think Mezco Toys and LPZZ put out some great stuff. We're going to talk about some of that too. But yeah, it's going to be a tremendous time. I think what a time to be a collector. What a time to have some fun. It's going to be tough picking and choosing. So, but, and I don't want to forget, as my good friend Kirk has always reminded me, and is trying to enable me to buy more than one Arctic Hiss. As soon as I'm done with the news, I'm going to go purchase the one Arctic Hiss that I'm committed to. But for the hobby, for the sake of making sure I have one full line of the classifieds, completionist. Yeah, don't forget today's the last day to go do that. I think there's only hours left before it's all said and done. So go get that done. If you're listening to this, hopefully if you want it, you don't have to buy anything. But if you want it, you can go pick that up. What else are we going to talk about? Yes. Let's get into it. The clearance that we've been... Okay, so let's just, some other channels just don't talk about this stuff. But I do. It's a news channel. It's stuff that's important to us. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. Clearance items at Target, at even Ross is doing some reduced pricing. It's slow to come, but it is hitting. It is. And I'll show you something that I picked up today that will prove that it's coming. It's just slower now. It's slower in the process. A couple of things might be affecting that. Number one, the companies, in my opinion, didn't make as much money as they did well, but they didn't do gangbusters, right? If companies would have done gangbusters, it would have been like, okay, sell the rest, just liquidate it. Let's just get the money out of it and let's move on and dump it into something else, right? It was a good Christmas, but I don't think it was good enough to justify clearancing out a lot. I think they're trying to squeeze a little more money out of it. That's one reason. I think tariffs have also, whether you agree with them or not, they're here and somebody's got to pay them. And so right now, companies are seeing if they can make up some of that cost through us. May or may not, buy extras or not one. So they're kind of just holding off on that. That's my theory, but that's just one of a few. The other thing is the new items may not have arrived just yet. Maybe there have been some holdup. There's been some stutter stepping with all the shenanigans going on in logistics and trade recently. So maybe there's some complications with that. What else? Yeah. This is basically what I'm thinking. They're trying to squeeze a little bit more money out of there. They didn't have a great year as expected, and some logistical situations are getting in the way. It doesn't mean that we're not already seeing some, because we are, and I'll show you in a minute. All right, so that's enough of that. What else are we going to talk about? Well, there wasn't a lot of military stuff out right now, right? There just isn't. But there are some military-like stuff. I like the Marvel. I like my KOs. But, I like to focus on military-type stuff. I also like my old wrestlers, right? But if you like old wrestlers, you should probably go check out Kyle Peterson. He dabbles in action. He dabbles in Marvel and all the other ones, but his focus, Kyle Peterson's focus, I think is like some serious wrestling. I usually just forward past the wrestling. I know, heresy. I fast forward through, that's enough of wrestling. But, I know a lot of you guys like me. Anyways, that's enough of that. I did happen to see, on a tangent there, I did happen to see the new wrestling display with the Street Fighter figures, or the crossover. I only got to see Blanca and Final Boss Rock. I didn't see Rey Mysterio. It seems to be absent in a bunch of the displays. I've already seen 2 so far, and all of them were missing Rey Mysterio as, I forgot what it might have been Ryu or something, I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's talk about the next thing. We've got this military type figure. The only thing, I've been struggling to pick this one up. I've been vacillating on it. The reason is because I don't know the IP. Turns out it's a brand new IP, no background yet. They've got to flesh it all out, but the figure looks great. I just am not a big fan of that. What is that? Blue, green, teal looking color. Not a big fan of that. I would have rather it be, I don't know, more metallic, more subdued. Anyways, it looks great though. It's got a good tactical design to it and everything. But the really cool part is that you get all these things. Let me zero in on this one. Not only do you get like weapons and stuff with it, but you also get like a transformation. Boy, things did not go well for that trooper. Look at that guy. He is jacked up. So, it looks really great. That's one heck of a zombie. Yeah, that's like beyond zombie. But anyways, I'm really fighting the urge. I think this is from a company called Power Toys, if I'm correct. Power Spot Expedient Silver Lightning Commando is what I'm seeing here. It looks great, but not... I'm fighting the urge to pick it up just because I don't like that color. And that's it, really. That if you'd have made it like a dark reddish color, or maybe like a dark bluish color with some highlights of metal. And even I could have done the metal, but you made it teal. It's just weird looking. Anyways, it's not militaristic enough for me. I don't know. I'm gonna have to really consider that. All right, we also have Mess Toys Scarlet Hero. Let's be honest. This is a Yamaguchi knockoff, right? You guys tell me. I sometimes have a lot of trouble with these because the joints just kind of separate on their own. I mean, they're not like broken or anything. They just separate. And I just don't like that. I want my toys to stay together. And sometimes the arms the quality control on some of this stuff. Like I remember the Agent Venom. Was it from Mess Toys? I don't remember who the Agent Venom was from. I think it was CT Toys, I think. But it was like the knee would kind of separate every once in a while. It was a tremendous figure, but just the knee joint on me would just, you could play with it for a little bit, but then it would just boop, and that drove me crazy. So, 1 second. Had to clear my throat there for a minute, but yeah, like I'm saying, I might pass on this Mess Toys figure. It looks great, and if you're a fan of tinkering around with the Yamaguchi stuff, then go for it, I guess. But it looks great. I'm just not a big fan of those joints. Just drive me crazy. Anyways, now let's move on to the next one. I've seen so many people do some tremendous. So you've got, let's just start. Beast Kingdom is going to put out a Doomsday, an Absolute Batman, and a Hal Jordan, Blackest Night, I believe. The only one of these 3 that I'm interested in is the Absolute Batman. I've seen so many fantastic customs out there of Absolute Batman. The only problem with this is it's not going to fit into scale with a lot of stuff, but I really want an Absolute Batman because, come on. Do I really have to justify that one? It's a great story. That's all I got to say. But they're 8-inch. They're 8-inch figures, so they're going to be out of scale. But Beast Kingdom, why don't you just do the right scale? They've got good figures and stuff, just wrong scale. I think that really hurts you, Beast Kingdom. It really hurts. I think that's who's putting this out. Anyways. But yeah, that's going to be coming out. This next one, I mean, I hate to say this. You got Prince Adam, Zodak, and Skeletor from the He-Man 2000X or whatever show it was that came out in the early 2000s. And then you got Clawful down there as well. I mean, I hate to say this, and I'm going to be controversial. I'm He-Man'd out. I mean, I am, you know, with all the crossovers and all the He-Man releases, I mean, I guess some people could say they're G.I. Joe'd out. But I'm He-Man'd out. I mean, I've got all the original He-Man type of characters that I wanted, the ones that weren't super deep cuts. And, you know, this is even from a cartoon that, I mean, I really have no nostalgic pull to. I remember I watched 1 or 2 episodes, but I was like, I got work to do. So I went and did that instead. I got a video game to play. But if you're a fan of the 2000X, you know, stuff, I mean, go ahead. I mean, there it is. Just thought I'd bring it to you. And I mean, they're going to be releasing that next. I hear good things about the cartoon. I was just never into it. So anyways, there you go. Moving on from that. Senor Blanco, White Skull Agent. I've been talking about getting this, and I did. I managed to, you know, I forgot what day it was on, but it came out, and I put my order in and everything for it. I think it was January 2nd. I think it was Friday around noon that it popped up. And I jumped all over that. And glad I did. I'm glad I did. I really like the figure. I really like what it looks like and stuff. I was really kind of feeling some kind of sad that I had missed the initial kickoff, but then Mezco went back and produced some more. And Mezco, if anything, is a master of, you know, these kinds of figures. So I'm super glad I picked that up. So thank you, Mezco. Appreciate it. And I hope you guys got your agent, you know, White Skull Agent if you wanted it. All right. Moving on to some third-party stuff. This is very different. Well, it's not very different. It's just some third-party companies that nobody's heard of. But I have had incredible luck with 5K Toys, right? 5K Toys is a very stand-up, good company. And they've been nothing but upfront with me. And whenever I've asked them to make things right, they've made things right. So I have no problem if 5K Toys puts up a figure for preview or pre-order or whatever, no problem putting down a deposit with those guys. First one that stuck out in this one slapped me across the doggone skull. I think this is going to be one of the best figures for the year. I mean, just look at this crocodile, this anthropomorphic crocodile. The good thing about this one is I'm going to kit it out the way I want to kit it out. If you ever wanted a killer croc, that's the killer croc to do. And then maybe you could get some soft goods from somewhere and hook them up with that too. So I'm really digging this killer croc. I mean, just the way he looks, the way he moves, lots of potential with that freaking figure right there. Lots of potential. So I will be ordering a couple of these. I really like it. Really like it. Really looking forward to it. What is it? The Era of Rock Claw by Lazy Monsters. So I'll be looking forward to that. What else do we have? 1 second. Must be something in the air. I keep trying to clear my throat. Anyways, we also have the Nada, not a horse. I know a lot of people can say, you say it, Noda. It's been around for a long time. The funny part to me is that it looks like not a horse. Anyways, you know how they do with all those fake, you know, fang, not a fang, you know, air eagle, not a skyhawk. Anyways, back to this. The Noda 112 scale horse pre-order If you didn't order these, I suggest you get on it. I think it looks amazing. I know Fish Toys is doing another horse as well, and I think they might be doing it with Savage Crucible for the Death Dealer. And if you haven't had a chance, go check out the review I did for Loose Collector for their Death Dealer. I have some interesting things to say about that, so go check it out. I think you can get the vibe off of it if you pick up on it. But go check that one out. These horses look tremendous. So I picked up a couple of them. Black and the brown ones with the, not the flowing hair, the, the steady, because you get two choices or whatever. But anyways, I really like how they did these horses. They look fantastic. Yeah, very poseable, very dynamic. Who doesn't need a horse every once in a while for their action figure shenanigans? So there you go. I really like it. And another crocodile. This one is not anthropomorphic. This one is more of a regular crocodile, right? What is this? 29 articulation points, 14 inches long. That's pretty big. Lord of Blood, the Omen King. It looks scary. On 5K Toys for you guys to order. This would go great with already the crocodile that Hasbro put with Crocmaster is really good. But this one is like on another level completely. So, yeah, I really like it. Am I going to order it? I don't know. I'm still debating it. But this one looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. All right, let's talk a little bit about some items that are not really toy related, but are kind of cool. Some item that, well, there will be toy related because they're toy adjacent, because they're making action figures of these. So anyways, Predator Badlands. I like the movie. I know some people are going to say, whatever. I liked it. And for those of you that did like it, February 17th, I believe, is when the Blu-ray, DVD, physical media, it will be available to you to purchase. It's already on, several streaming channels. But I don't do the digital purchase because that is a fool's errand. I'm not going to pay for the begging of somebody to let me play their movie until they feel that it's time to turn off a server, and then I can't have that service anymore. Now, and you know what's funny is that initially the life of a DVD was said to be 20 years, I believe is what they said. A VHS even less than that. I think a VHS's life was supposed to be like 10 years. But DVDs, they said 20 years for a DVD, and then it's going to fail. Because the adhesive that holds the plastics together won't last that long. That's a lie, because I've had DVDs now for, I would say, like 25 years, and they're still going strong. They don't look faded or anything. I think it's because it's 20 years if you leave it outside in the sun baking. But if you have it in a closed case in a cool environment, who knows? It could go for 50 years. But yeah, I've had DVDs forever. And I would rather have the physical media in hand, and we've talked about this before, than to beg somebody for the privilege of streaming a media that doesn't belong to me, belongs to them. Just, please, may I stream it today? You may not. You have to buy it over there now. But I bought it from you. Well, that service is gone. You should have read the contract. There's many examples of companies already doing that, and I'm not going to be a dope about it and go down that route. You guys can, but not me. I'm not. You guys know physical media is the way to go for me. So yeah, I'll be picking this up on physical media, and that's my rant against digital streaming silliness, nonsense. All right, moving on from that. The Muppet Show. The Muppet Show is coming back, apparently. And this is near and dear to my heart because as a kid, I remember growing up listening to the Muppet Show, sitting there ready to watch it. It was just good old-fashioned fun. February 4th, the Muppet Show will be back on air, depending on how well it goes or how many ratings or how well the ratings go for it will let us know if it continues. I plan on watching it, and I hope you guys do too. It should be age appropriate as well. So, I mean, they're gonna have some, if I know the Muppets, they have a few nods to the adults in it. And the kids love it because they're Muppets. So, guys, let's get over to the haul. It's not a huge haul, but it does have some really, really cool stuff. Not necessarily grails in it, but some really, really cool items that we're gonna take a look at. So, yeah, let's get over to the haul. All right, let's get down to it. Some of the deals that we picked up. We always start with the deals, steals and trades. So let's get down to it. Let's start with some of those deals that we picked up. Quite a few deals this week. Everybody's out to save a buck, including yours truly. So let's get started with that. Let me see. Let me start with these. Now, these are not grails, but this is some of the items that I wanted to pick up. Gosh, a while back I've been wanting to pick up. And a lot of comic book collectors lost their damn mind on some of the value of these comic books. They just lost their damn mind. They were asking, 10, 15 times what the actual comic book was worth. And then, after the free money ran out, hey, back to reality, silly. And so what I've been doing is biding my time until I could find these at a very, very substantial savings. That's right, 2 for 1 on this one. Who can tell me first appearances on these? All right, Cardiac, which is a very cool cat, the Cardiac guy. And not only that, Cletus Cassidy is in here too. Carnage. It's his first appearance as Cletus Cassidy, but not his first appearance as Carnage. So that'll be probably my next pickup. And then Venom probably as well. But very reasonably priced. I think, do I have Venom's first appearance? I can't remember. I'll have to go check. No, I don't. I was getting confused there. But anyways, very super reasonable price for this. Not idiotic, lost your damn mind COVID prices. Lots of people, I think, are now getting rid of the stuff for, whatever reason, financial distress or whatever reason, or reality check. They're starting to get rid of some of the COVID stuff that they picked up for whatever reason. And yeah, you lost your damn mind. And then I also picked this one up at a very, very reasonable cost as well. And that is, let me take care of something real quick. Well, I'll take care of it in a minute. I also picked up this, you guys have seen it right there. And I've been wanting this for a while. Here you go. Boom, the homage that Deadpool has right there. So that was pretty fun to pick this one up. Found it online, very reasonably priced. Wasn't going to pay those ridiculous prices that people were asking. It's just funny to me how, that's just the way capitalism works, I guess, right? People go crazy sometimes and they forget that, hey, free money causes crazy inflation, right? So that's what we got with that free money, was insane inflation. And then now that when there's no free money, well, now things cost what they probably should cost. A lot of the collectible stuff has come down in value. But c'est la vie. Some things have gone up, but I think a lot of comics have, leveled out. If you feel differently, if you feel that that's not the case, leave it in the comments below and educate me as to why comics have not. I feel that comics are the same thing as toys. There are exceptions, right? There are very, very rare exceptions in comics that are incredibly good investments. And there are several exceptions in toys that are incredibly good investments, right? I don't buy for investment purposes. I buy for the love of the hobby and the joy of it. But I think if, as I've always said, if you're investing in toys or comics, then it better be for the love of the hobby, because I guarantee it, you're going to lose your doggone shirt. You're going to lose it. You're not going to win unless it's your dedicated job, like the Toy Federation, like some of the, like, you know, maybe not even Nerdzoic. But I'm talking about these companies that deal in this vintage retro, DFW vintage toys. They deal in that stuff. So unless it's your pure focus and you're a businessman and on top of it 24/7 and you have a vision and how to price things, you're going to lose your shirt. If you're an amateur doing this stuff on the side hustle, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Do it for the love of the hobby, in my opinion. It's a ultra high risky investment. You've been warned. All right. I've seen it many times over my 35 years. You might win every once in a while. But, all right. So this is the deal, believe it or not. Huge deal. Boom. Dial tone. Boom. Green shirt. Retro green shirt. Another retro green shirt. And a retro bat. That's not what they cost me. Here, let me give you that's not what it cost me. Here, let me give you there's a UPC for dial tone. I've already given you these, but here's a UPC for the bat, and here's a UPC for the green trooper. Now, troopers, bats, green shirts, those are troop builders, right? So I'm going to get a few of those regardless. But I actually paid ultimately about $17 per figure. I mean, that's clearance. them's clearance prices. And the reason for that was I had, what did I have? I like stacked savings on it. I had my veteran discount, my pro membership discount, and then I had my $5 that I had for the month. And then they took off an additional, I want to say it was $20. I don't know. That I had, I think it was 15, something like that I had for reward points on my account. So I win. Anyways, here's another big one, even bigger than that one. Let me show you. I got this bad boy for free. Free. Really, nothing's for free in this life. But I did get Soundwave for free, tax-free even. Had to drink some water there. I got this because my wife had saved up some points and she was gracious enough to allow me to partake. Because I told her, I was like, I want this really bad, but I don't want to pay for it because I've already got several Soundwaves, but I want it, but I'm not going to buy it, but I want it. It was almost like I was having an internal conflict. And then finally she just said, you know, I'll give you the points. And so free, free. Anyways, I picked this cool little sign up. I'm gonna put it somewhere in the arcade room for, I think it was $5 over at Hobby Lobby. I was just, you know, and there's something else I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I'll tell you about it in a minute, and it'll come in handy for your dioramas. Look at that, a Godzilla warning sign. That's right, this is where Godzilla plays. I just saw it, I thought it looked cool. Godzilla crossing, whatever. My good friend Jay. Now, here's what I'm telling you. This is how I know. Not only that, but I got to go get that other. I forgot. There was another deal that I picked up. But I got to go get that in a minute. Don't forget the other deal. All right. So, this is why I'm telling you that these deals are hitting. Look at this. Clearance. Usually $70, I think. But this time, $50. Clearance. For another, just for the bear alone. This bear is awesome. So I picked it up. Big old chunk of plastic and an extra figure. Picked it up. And then, also $70 to $80. Jay found this for me as well. I was like, yes, pick that up for me. Jay's more of a Transformer guy, I'm so thankful he's in the area. You know, I'll be looking out for Transformers for him as well. But I also found, boom. Well, I didn't find it. Jay found this one. And I was like, yeah, pick that one up for me. $50. Heck yeah. I'll take that all day. And let me go get the other thing that I picked up that was on clearance just today. So it counts because it was before noon. This will be in the upcoming toy hunt. Number one, it ticked me off that I hate it when they put clearance stickers on stuff and then they just mark it regular price. It was like regular price. All that was different was a sticker that said clearance. Chaps my hide. But anyways, this was a clearance. I was looking at it, but I was like, I'm not going to pay that much for it. But I will pay $10 for a Quicksilver. Absolutely. There you go. $10. Yeah, I'm going to pay that. So there's that. But then I also picked up, this is usually like a 60, like it's $54.99 or some ridiculous price. But I will pay $23 for Strong Guy. And he's not been shenaniganized. He's 100% proof. There he is. Got the dumbbells, the correct head sculpts, everything. So, it's happening. It's happening, but more of a purposeful, you know, trickle than we're used to seeing all at once. Oh, how could I forget? Oh, you know what? Now we're getting to the regular stuff. Let's go do that. All right, so I paid regular price for this. I know she's eventually going to go on clearance because I've already seen her a few times. But here's the thing, I don't want to miss out because once it goes on clearance, I think she's going to get picked up like that. And that is Mystique. I did not want to miss out on really her, and you know, maybe I can do a little bit of customizing with her, but I really want that head sculpt. I really want it because, well, you'll see why. Anyways, picked her up regular price. It's okay. Nobody cry about it. It's fine. You could have picked it up. It's okay. It's just that. Anyways, I really want that head sculpt. The other thing I picked up at regular price is you can never have enough of these guys laying around because they're really customizable and they're also kind of green shirts. But I paid full price for it because they're worth it. They come with a ton of accessories. But when these guys go on sale, I'm gonna be right on top of it because these are super customizable. Just really good army troops. Another Steeler in short views. Very customizable guys and nearly just troop builders, just complete troop builders. Next thing I'm going to show you will help you tremendously with dioramas. What I don't want to see, here's what I don't want to see. Once I tell you. I don't want to see all of these things disappear from my area. And I bet some of you are saying, some of you guys who've been around and are collectors saying, well, stop saying stuff about it. Stop talking. I'll show you. How much do you think you would pay on eBay for this? Or on Etsy? This is definitely $50 minimum, right? You've got a computer, you've got the desk, you've got this, you've got $50 minimum. If you go to Hobby Lobby, you're gonna be shocked. $13. $13 for this whole setup. You guys are going to run down there and take them all. Anyways, this is something else that you can find at Hobby Lobby because they sell very, very close to 1/12 scale. I mean, I think it is 1/12 scale, truly, to tell you the truth. But this is something else you'll find because Cobra Commander is going to need somewhere to have his guests sit down on his late show host. How much would you expect to pay for this on eBay? It's definitely $80. It's a sofa with soft cushions, soft goods, not printed, hand stitched. Oh, it's hand stitched. How much do you think? There you go. $11. $11. And they have so many more little things that you could buy there that you don't have to pay outrageous Etsy or outrageous eBay prices. I mean, I'll be the first to let you know. I mean, some of those prices that people charge on there are just a little bit crazy. And every once in a while they'll get me because it's something I gotta have, and it's something I haven't seen at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anything like that. So I'll just bite the bullet. But that's one of the reasons I got a 3D printer right over there that I haven't set up yet. This is my own fault. Well, there's two more things. I picked up a Optimus Prime with his little trailer from Pop Shelf. If you remember, Pop Shelf has these now, which is great. I'm gonna, I'll go on these trips that my wife has every once in a while with her. So that's where I found it. And if you haven't stopped by and watched my latest review on the, what is it? What are they calling it? Daggum, I already forgot what they're, the Uni Thunder. Kind of reminds you of, somebody said it in the comments, it reminds me of Blue Thunder. The cockpit does, he was right. But that is the Uni Thunder, not a Fang. This is not the Fang. This is the Uni Thunder. Anyways, go check that review out. Nothing but great things to say about Fans Hobby. They're killing it with the stuff that they do over there. I love it. I mean, I love the Air Eagle. I love the new Fang. Go check out the review. I think Bobby B does a review as well. I haven't seen it yet, Bobby. Don't get mad at me. I'll go check it out in a minute. See if we agree on some stuff. See if we don't. Yeah, leave it in the comments below. What was your favorite pickup for the week? What did you find? Did you find any clearance? Let me know. Is RosCon still on for you? How dare they? How dare they continue with RosCon? Daggum RosCon. But anyways, that was it for me. I had a great time this week hanging out with my family, running around town, doing stuff. We had a little bit of a situation with the little family emergency, but that's getting taken care of. And I appreciate everybody's well wishes for that. It's working itself out. Hopefully they'll get, squared away soon. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What was your favorite pickup? Are you seeing clearance items? Is RosCon still on for you? What did you think about my theories on why we're seeing clearance slowly trickle as opposed to bam, all at once? Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you know more than me. Maybe you work in the stores and know more than me or better than me. So let me know. And finally, I will be at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show. Stop by, grab yourself a deal, a steal, or a sticker. Very laid back, free admission. There is no cover charge to go. For the privilege of spending your own money. I've never understood that. That's always rubbed me the wrong way. You got to pay me for the privilege to spend your money. What? I'm out of here. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. If you're enjoying the shenanigans, if you're enjoying the show, if you're enjoying the news, the reviews, every customs every once in a while, why not like, why not subscribe? What's the worst that can happen? You can meet me at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show, or you can win yourself a giveaway that we do every once in a while on the show. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Special thanks to the members, their input, generosity, and guidance allow me to bring you guys better content. And members, I still have something special for you coming up. So I'm going to try to do at least one member video, kind of back behind the scenes type of stuff every couple weeks, so that you guys get a little something for that, and to give you some inside scoops on where I learned some of the items that I'm looking for. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. And as always, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, this nonsense, because that's what it is. The hobby's supposed to make you smile. If you're in this hobby and you're mad and you're always anxious and you're angry that you're not getting the right toys, you're doing it wrong. You're really, really doing it wrong. It's supposed to be about fun. So guys, thank you so much for watching. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these shenanigans out.